welcome back for another lovely Wednesday craft video. I still think I have that zoomed in too far. Oh well, we're gonna roll with it. And I'm sorry, I think the last couple videos, they've been not the greatest of quality. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out my new camera, so bear with me while I do this little steep learning curve here. It's gonna be a bit of a learning curve. So, and unfortunately, y'all were on the suffering end, so just put that out there. Little disclaimer, but that is not why we're here. We are here for our craft video, which is currently falling over on the floor. So we are here, whoop, there we go. We are here to make these lovely little pieces for our home decor for the spooky season. That is what we are here for, the lovely sparkle twiggy things. But yes, I ended up making two of these. I only showed you how I made one in the video, but I did end up making two. So here are both of them. Like I showed you in the tag picture, but I figured I'd go ahead and show you now. So yes, I ended up making two of these just because I have them sitting a certain way in my living room. They're probably going to get moved around again just because I don't like where they are. So either way, but yes, I've been wanting to make these since I saw the one at home, because that is what we were doing. We were doing another little at home dupe because at home has some similar to these. I will insert the zip picture like normal. I will insert that for you. They have some similar, they're just bigger, and they're $24. I mean, yes, you are getting a bigger pumpkin, but I can get two for $5 or just one big one. And then I can customize it how I want to. So I kind of went more the customization option than just the one. So we're doing another at-home little dupe here, and I think they turned out super cute. I like them. This would be a pretty tattoo. I'd like a have this, and then have the have like a what's the words? Words can't work. Sugar skull. There we go. Have like a sugar skull kind of peeking out with it, kind of like that. I don't know. I think it would be really, really pretty. But that's just me. I've been designing a lot of tattoos recently, so that's I got it on my brain. But yes, this is what we're going to be doing for this week's craft video. I will go ahead and cut to that and meet y'all back in a second. Hey everybody, welcome back to our craft video. I'm sorry I didn't post one last week, but I just did not have time to film one. So here we are. We are doing another little kind of, I think this is going to be an at-home kind of dupe. You know, where we're going to be making something that looks like something that I would prefer to buy, but it's kind of expensive. So we're going to be using items from the Dollar Tree, which are all right here in front of me. We're going to be using them, and then we're going to be making something that looks similar to that item for a lot less. So I'm only going to make one on camera, but I'm actually going to make two sitting here in real life because I do want to for like how I'm doing my centerpieces and stuff. But so what you're going to need, everything here came from the Dollar Tree except for the hot glue gun, which is right here. Y'all have seen it's a little dirty, but you're also going to need scissors. You're going to need wire cutters. The scissors are kind of optional. I'm just going to use it to kind of take the tags off and open things. So those are kind of optional, but you will need your handy dandy wire cutters. Now you're going to need a pack of these decorative skulls. I got this pack from the Dollar Tree. They had these in silver. I think they had some in white, and then they had some in a couple different colors, so you can pick these up at your local Dollar Tree. You're going to need, they come out this year with these lovely like kind of velvety pumpkins, so you're going to need, if you only want to do one, you can just pick up one, but I'm going to be using two, so I have two of these. But yeah, they're just the decorative pumpkins, and they have a bunch of different colors in those. You're also going to need some Halloween flowers. These also came from the Dollar Tree, but again, if you want different ones, they have different kinds at Michael's right now. They have different ones at all the craft stores, so you can pick that up. And then we're going to need a decorative little branch. Again, they have these at every other craft store, but I did get this from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be just kind of cutting pieces off of it for my purpose. So I'm waiting for my hot glue gun to heat up. So while we work on that, I'm going to go ahead and kind of section everything out and get it ready so I can actually start gluing things. So like I said, I'm only going to show you one, but in real life I'm going to be making two. So let's go ahead and get the tags off of everything. So just cut that off, kind of shove that down in there, and then I'm only going to need one or two for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that off. Yeah. So I'm only gonna need 2 for that one. Go ahead and open my skull. I like the way these look. You could use these for just about anything. I mean, look at those. Those look so cool, don't they? I'm probably gonna go back and get some more for different little pieces and stuff. So you might see these in a lot more upcoming craft videos, but for this one, I'm only gonna need, let's just get 2 out for right now. Because I think I'm only gonna need 1, but I'll go ahead and just get 2 out. And then I know I'm going to need the flowers, so I'm just gonna go ahead and destem those and take them out. So I think for this, I might only need 1. Yeah, I'm only gonna need 1, and let's get some of those leaves. So there we go. Get the leaves off. Okay. So I didn't actually end up really, I only needed the wire cutters for the branches, so that's good. So now that we have everything that we're pretty much going to be using, it kind of breaks down into 2 flowers, 2 skulls, 2 of the branches, and some of the leaves. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and place the leaves on the pumpkin where I want them, and go ahead and place the branches. So I'm probably going to be working, see how your stem of your pumpkin kind of curves back some. Now you could do it either way you want to. I'm probably mainly going to focus right around in here and go with the curve of my pumpkin stem, just so everything will lay nice and flat on my pumpkin the way I want it to. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, make sure my hot glue gun is ready. So let's take these leaves. I'm going to cut them off of their little plastic stem. I'm going to cut those. Try and be a little neat about it. So let's hold that out and cut them. And be careful when you're working with the hot glue, because it is obviously hot and you don't want to burn your fingers. They have these cool little things that I'm thinking about getting where you put them on your fingers, so when you work with your hot glue, you can still touch it and it doesn't burn you. I'm thinking about investing in some of those with as much as I work with hot glue. So I'm just going to go ahead and around the base right here, I'm going to put a good many of these leaves like so. So we're just going to be placing them around a little bit. But like I said, I'm mainly focused in the front, so just go ahead and put a little bit, scoot that to the side. Go ahead and put a little bit of glue right here. Okay, and then let's stick our leaf down. Okay, so now I'm going to figure out where I want these little stems while I'm waiting for those to dry. So I am going to kind of like use these natural stem on the pumpkin right here as my guide, so as you can see, and I'm probably going to end up just working back like so. So it makes it more of, I don't know, an extended stem, I guess you would call it, but we're going to put this on both sides and just kind of go back with my pumpkin stem. So yeah, okay. Just gotta figure out where I want them, because I don't know if I want to do them on the sides, or because I know I'm gonna have the skull is actually gonna end up here in the middle, so that's gonna cover up my stem. So I think what I'm gonna do is just go on the sides. So let's just take a nice big thing of glue. Okay, and let's put our stem right here on the side. Now the one from at home, I think it has more of a thicker stem. I can't really tell what kind of stem it is because I didn't see it in stores when we went, so I can't tell from the picture exactly what kind of stem action it has going on, because I can't tell if it's a feather or if it's just like a very weird elongated plastic stem they did. I can't really tell, so I'm just kind of taking that and making my own sort of little dupe here. Since I do like the way it looks, I just wanted, you know, I wanted it on a little bit cheaper budget, because I think that one is about $24, where I can make this one for about, what do you say, I'm gonna be making 2 for about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, about $4 or $5 is what we're gonna be doing. So, you know, all in all, it saves you about $20 if you do it this way. So this is what we were doing, and we're just waiting for all of this to dry. Okay, so once our little branches are in place like so, that is what it kind of looks like. And I know I'm working on a black background, but I'm deciding to use my other crafts table today because my other one currently has my Cricut machine set up on it and I don't feel like moving it. So we're just gonna be working with this one. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and take our skull guy and we're just going to go ahead and put him in front. So we're going to take him like so, just go ahead and I'm gonna glue him in the front in this little gap. So that's what it's gonna end up looking like. So again, we're just gonna take a nice big glob of hot glue and shove him right in front. Okay, and we'll hold him in place so he can dry. Okay, so I'm actually just going to leave him with one because any way I do it, it's not really gonna look right. So I could put him down here and just glue him, but I don't know, it kind of doesn't look right once you put the flowers. Let me put the flowers on and then we'll come back and see if we want to use the second skull. So all I'm going to do is just take the flowers and kind of go around him and kind of make a little frame. So let me see if I can show you this. So here's our little skull and then I'm just going to take the flowers, glue it around. Whoop, let me get back in frame. Sorry about that. But just take the flowers and kind of go around him and glue them down to our pumpkin so it'll end up looking somewhat like that. So let's just go ahead and glue these guys down. Okay. Now this is the part where you can kind of play with this for a minute just to make sure you're going to put your flowers exactly where you want them, because it is easy to kind of take the hot glue up after you get done with it, but you know, rather just kind of play with it first, position everything, and then glue it, because it can sometimes get caught and tear things up. So let's go ahead and stick these on. Okay, so I've got the flowers on. I just went ahead and finished that off camera because I had to sit here and wait for the glue to dry, and that can be a little boring, just like watching paint dry, watching glue dry, same thing. But I did add another flower onto the back, so we now have a total of 3 all the way around. So now what I'm going to do is, like, I have a little gap right here. What I'm going to do is take my extra thing of leaves and just glue them down. Ooh, if I can stay in frame, just glue those down to kind of cover up that glue and make it look a bit more clean. And then once we get done with that, I think I'm going to actually go back in and add, I'm going to add this skull kind of like this in the front, because after I did it and put the flowers in place, that's the good thing about making your own, is you can add and take things away at your leisure. So I'm going to go back in and actually add this little guy right up here at the front. So let's go ahead and fill in our gaps so we can go ahead and about get this done, and then I can make the other one. So like I said, I'm just going to, right here where I have kind of a gap where you can see some of the stems, I'm just going to insert a leaf right here and glue it down. So just go ahead and do that. So put a little dab. Whoop. There we go. Let's go ahead and stick a little dab of glue right there. Okay, and we're going to stick our leaf in and kind of press it down. So just press it down in there. Okay, now once we have, so that way it makes it look just a lot cleaner and a lot neater, and it gives it a bit more interest all the way around, so it doesn't look like you just basically glued fake flowers onto a pumpkin. It does make it look a bit more kind of natural looking. So now we're going to go back to the front here and we're going to place our second skull. So like I said, I'm probably going to just put him down here where these leaves are, just to, again, we're going to create, there we go. Had to put my hot glue in, but we're going to put him down here just to create a bit more interest onto it, and then kind of fill in some gaps, because I think he kind of gets lost in there just having one. So like I said, we're going to take this guy and we're just going to stick him down here and kind of make it like they're cradled together. So that's what I'm going to do. Just okay. And this one, I'm going to put the glue directly on him. That way it gives me a bit more freedom of where I can place him. So there's that. Okay. And then just stick him right there. Alright, and then we're going to hold that for a second. Alrighty, and then once all the glue is pretty much dry, that is what we are finished with. It gives us a nice little interesting kind of pumpkin with that clean velvet texture on it, and it only cost us around $5 to make, mainly to make this one and make another one, because I'm making two. But if you could potentially end up making more, since you know they're gonna have a lot more of these pumpkins and they're gonna have a lot more flowers and stuff, so there's endless possibilities of what you could really do when you make these. But yeah, that is what mine ended up looking like. I'm gonna make another one, and I'm probably gonna make it just slightly different, but that is our craft for this Wednesday. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed that. Hopefully I made it simple. I recorded in a different spot, and I know I recorded on a black background. I'm sorry. I'm still working on my recording area too. I'm making a lot of changes. You just don't see those because they're all behind the scenes, so you just don't see those changes. But I am making some changes to try to improve the experience for y'all. It's not working right now. I am failing. I know. I'm working on it, because the table that I was using that was the better option is currently, it has my Cricut machine on it. And I can't keep moving the Cricut machine every time I need to record. So I'm trying to play with alternatives of where I can do my craft videos. But yes, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Hopefully you found it all helpful about how I did everything and how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty cute. You can't really see much of the hot glue work that we did, and I did hide a good bit of the stems and the original pieces from the pumpkin fairly well. So the good thing about making it yourself is you can add more or you can add less, however you want. And I did make them somewhat pretty similar. I tried to arrange the skull on this one to be on the opposite side, but when I put it there, it just didn't look right. I don't know why. It just, I guess the way the flowers are laying on it, it just didn't make it look right, so they ended up being almost exact carbon copies. This one just has another little twig over this one, and the twigs at top are they're a little different, but for the most part, they're exactly the same thing. So, and these are going to make beautiful pieces, and I'm probably going to end up keeping some of these up all year round. So sorry, Freya's staring at something out the window and it's kind of creeping me out. But anyways, this is going to be some cute little pieces to keep up all year round. So yes, I have a few more similar kind of crafts coming up. I know we're probably going to be using these velvet pumpkins a lot this season just because they're very popular and you can fairly pick them up anywhere. So fairly easy, pick them up anywhere. Failing today, failing. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this craft. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. Let me know if you have any suggestions about what you might want to see. I currently have 2 or 3 new crafts in the works. I just got to pick up some more supplies and then we'll be ready for those. But other than that, I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.